Hello everybody, SSA here, aka Super Suna Arashi, and welcome to the Rank the Pokemon Starters video, a tag video started by HoodlumCallum, and I got tagged by Aaron2420, which I'm very thankful of, because when I saw this whole tag thing, blew up a few weeks ago, I really wish I could, participate in it, because it seems very fun, but I didn't want to, do it without being tagged myself. So a big thanks for Aaron2420. I will put both HoodlumCallum's and Aaron2420 video in the description below. Aaron2420 of course because he tagged me, and Callum of course because he started the whole thing, and he also created this amazing template. So if you want to use this template for yourself, you can go to HoodlumCallum's video, watch his site, and also you can download the whole thing there, because that is the only fair thing to do. So hopefully this video won't be like 30 to 40 minutes or even longer. I hope I can just go through all of the generations from the starters, because I think it's not that hard for me to actually rank each and every starters. I think the beginning regions, the beginning generations, it's a lot easier, and like halfway through we're gonna get a little bit difficult there, but we'll see what we can do. So let's just start out off with the first generation. So Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. And right away, this is really easy for me. I only need to switch two Pokemon here, and that is, Charmander goes here, while Squirtle goes on the second place. This is also the first time I'm using Gimp, by the way, so because I needed Gimp, I needed Gimp for this to actually work. But yeah, we're gonna put Charmander here. We're gonna put Squirtle on the second place right here, and Bulbasaur keeps being on the first place, because when I started Pokemon, my first game was Pokemon Red. I started off with Bulbasaur. And I really love Bulbasaur. I really love the whole line of Bulbasaur. Ivysaur, not that much, but Venusaur is just a thick monster of a Pokemon. Squirtle, because, I like Squirtle more than Charmander. Charmander, I don't hate Charmander, but I think the popularity of Charmander in general, like Charizard, hit getting 2 Mega Evolutions, it kinda ruined the whole appeal to Charmander for me. Again, that doesn't mean that I hate Charmander. I hate only one starter of all the Generation 8 starters so far. I will be getting to that later on, but Charmander kinda got too popular for me, and I just like Squirtle more. I like using Blastoise in Draft League format, so that's why Squirtle gets over Charmander in here, and Bulbasaur was just my #1 pick from the get-go. So I think this was very easy. Bulbasaur on 1, Squirtle on 2, Charmander on 3. It is how it is, in my honest opinion. Now let's go actually to the second generation, my favorite generation, Generation 2. So we have Cyndaquil, Chikorita, and Totodile. Now this is very difficult for me, because I like each of these 3 starters, but if I have to pick one to be on #1, it has to be Cyndaquil. It has to be Cyndaquil, because Cyndaquil, I just love it. I just love Cyndaquil. I love Quilava. I love Typhlosion. But Cyndaquil, from the get-go, I just love Cyndaquil so much. But who am I going to pick second and third in Generation 2? That's so difficult. I think I fucked up the layout a little bit here. Let me actually put this one a bit there. So, who I'm going to pick second and third in Generation 2, because I like Chikorita. I like Chikorita mainly because of the anime, but Totodile also mainly because of the anime. I love it. I can't choose. I think I have to keep it like it is, like this. Because I think I started off with Chikorita as well when I started playing Pokemon Gold and Silver. And later on I just began to like Cyndaquil more than Chikorita. So I think based on that I should just keep Chikorita how it is. And that's going to be a very unpopular opinion for many of you guys. I'm probably gonna assure myself that. This is all based on my personal opinions, by the way, so you know, leave down in the comment section below what your opinion is. I should have probably said that at the beginning of the video, but you know, we're now in it and I'm not going to click stop recording and record all over again. I've done that already before recording this session. So I think I'm gonna keep it like this. I think I'm satisfied with this. So Cyndaquil on 1, Chikorita on 2, and then Totodile on 3. But for Generation 2, place 2 and 3 is just combined 2nd place because I can't choose between Chikorita and Totodile, but I have to fit them in somewhere. So I think I'll keep it like this. Cyndaquil definitely my 1st place in Generation 2, and yeah, I think we're just going to go to Generation 3, and that's going to be there we go. So we have Treecko, Torchic, and Mudkip. And I think I don't have to swap the Pokemons here. Because Treecko was going to be my number 1. I've started out with Treecko in Generation 3. I'm a really nerd for grass types. You know, looking at this. But I started out with Treecko because I just liked Treecko from the beginning. I saw Treecko in Generation 3. I don't hate Torchic. But you know, Blaziken is a beast, but Torchic I really didn't like. And Mudkip I began to appreciate later on, especially thanks to Draft Leaks, of course, with Swampert. But Mudkip never, you know, stick out to me. It was like, it's there, I don't hate it, but I don't necessarily, you know, love it. It's just there for me, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm gonna keep Torchic on 2nd place, mainly because of Blaziken. Treecko definitely number 1 because I love Treeckos. I love Treecko's whole design. The only thing I don't like about Treecko is the Mega Evolution from Sceptile. That was kind of a letdown, but all out, Treecko deserves on the 1st place for me. Torchic on 2nd place, can't really, you know, mainly because of Blaziken, and then Mudkip is just sitting there on the 3rd place. I think that's, yeah, that was the easiest so far. That was the easiest one so far. So let's just go to Generation 4 right away, and that is Turtwig, Chimchar, and Piplup. So we're going to swap a lot now because this one is also pretty straightforward, but we're going to, oh, come on. There we go. We're gonna put Turtwig a little bit lower. We're gonna put Chimchar on 1. We're gonna put Piplup on 2. And we're gonna put Turtwig. Oh, we're gonna put Turtwig on 3rd. I'm actually fucking up the whole template now. I'm actually fucking up the whole template now. Let me actually... Can I change that? I fucked up the whole template. This is just me, you know, this is the first time I'm using GIMP because I couldn't open a template file on paint.net. Fuck it. We're just gonna go with it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. I can change this. There we go. Okay. Just don't move an inch now. It's okay. Don't touch anything right now. Alright. Yeah, Chimchar on 1 because I love Chimchar from the moment I saw it, and Infernape is an amazing mon. Just an amazing mon in design, competitive wise it's an amazing mon. Chimchar is just high there on the 1st place on the list. Piplup 2nd because I like it more than Turtwig, and Turtwig itself, I I just same with Mudkip. I don't feel it's the least favorite grass type starter in my honest opinion from all the starters for me personally. And Piplup is mostly also because Empoleon is amazing. But for me, Chimchar is just really up there for the Generation 4 starters, and then Piplup and Turtwig are a little bit down below. But I think Piplup on the second place makes more sense for me because I just don't really enjoy Turtwig that much. I think I never used Turtwig when playing Pokemon Diamond or Pearl. If I'm being honest, I can't remember ever using Turtwig. I've used Torterra, if I'm not mistaken, in Draft League format, but there it wasn't really that special of a mon as well. It's just average, the whole Turtwig line, in my honest opinion. I don't hate Groddle. Groddle is pretty cool, but Torterra, Turtwig, yeah, I'll think this is actually, you know, how it should be. Let me actually fix the whole template for a moment, and then we'll go right back in Generation 5. Alright, it took me a bit, but I fixed the whole template a little bit, so it's a little bit more pleasing to the eye. But yeah, I should have just, you know, experiment a little bit with Gym before starting recording. But you know me, I just dive in right away without any preparation. I'm such a bad person, but let's just start off with Generation 5, which is Snivy, Tepig, and Oshawott. So again, we're just gonna have to, you know, really swap around some of these mons. So let's just start out with Snivy. Actually, Snivy can just stay where it is. We just need to swap Tepig and Oshawott. So Oshawott's going to be on the second place, and Tepig is on place third. So why Snivy? I really like Snivy. I have a Snivy plush right there, which I can't right now not show you because I am recording, but it's sitting on the couch. And I really like Superior's design. I like Superior competitive wise. It's just an amazing mon, and it's just I'm just a sucker for grass types when it comes to starters. That's just how it is. Oshawott, I began to appreciate more when time came. At the beginning, I really didn't like Oshawott. I really disliked it. But through the course of years, I began to appreciate it a little bit more. I began to appreciate Samurott a little bit more, and Duat. I really like Duat, by the way, as a middle evolution. But I began to appreciate Oshawott a lot more, and Tepig, I don't know, it's the same with the previous mons that I put on the third place. That it's not that I hate them or dislike them, it's just they're there. They're a little bit, you know, they're just there. And Pignite is a big meh for me. Emboar, competitive wise, Emboar can be pretty good, but it's not that, you know, it's not there enough to put it on the second place, if you catch my drift. So I think Tepig is probably not my favorite starter at all, if you ask me. I think it's really, really below average, now that I come to think about it. And Oshawott, as I said before, I began to appreciate it through the time of years. And Snivy, right away from the start, when I saw Snivy and I saw Superior, I was hooked. I was like, this is my starter, this is the boy I want to be. It's so sassy, it's so elegant at the same time. And Contrary is just of an ability. So Superior, you know, Snivy's line definitely on the first place. Oshawott there on the second place, and Tepig is just there. So let's just ride and go on with group 6, which is Generation 6, and that is Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie. Now I can already say which one is going to be on the third place here. Fennekin, you deserve to be on the second place, so on the third place. So it's not looking good for the fire types at this point. The last two gens now, and Froakie is going to go on first, and Chespin is going on second, and there we go. So, alright. Now this is going to be a fun little story for you guys. So, back when Gen 5 was revealed, or Gen 6 was revealed, and I saw the starters, I was immediately a fan of Fennekin. I was like, Fennekin, he's gonna get a very amazing evolution. Fennekin is just there. I didn't dislike Froakie, but Froakie's on there. And Chespin just now was on the third place for me for it being a little bit derpy, in my honest opinion. Then the evolutions came. And Fennekin just dropped right to my least favorite star. Like, if this was the least favorite starters, if this was the hated starters list, Fennekin would probably there up on the #1 spot. Because, you know, the Fennekin evolution line was for me the biggest disappointing, the biggest disappointed reveal when it comes to the starter evolutions. Braxton was okay, didn't dislike it, but I didn't like it at all. But then Delphox came, and I'm sorry, Fennekin, I'm not Team Fennekin anymore. Slammed you on the ground. Give me Froakie, because Greninja was suddenly there. And, you know, a lot of people will be like, oh, look at that, this guy likes Ninja, haha, weep. Greninja is just cool, okay? Greninja is cool design-wise. Greninja, you know, yes, in the anime, and yes, it is a bit overrated, if you ask me, for it getting a lot of the stuff that I blame Charmander for it being, you know, 2 Mega Evolutions. Now Greninja gets like an own design, you know, Ash Greninja, but I just, you know, this is a rank the starters per each of every gen, and I just like Froakie's line more than I like Chespin's line. I don't hate Chespin, but if I had to choose between a Chestnut and a Greninja, you know, I pick Greninja each and every day, because, you know, I think a lot of my choices here is also because I think a lot of competitive wise, and yeah, Froakie just deserves to be the #1 spot in Generation 6. Chespin is a very close second, but Fennekin, you know, it's not even bronze, it's 3rd brown. That is what Fennekin should be. Fennekin, I don't even want Fennekin here. Go away. He's non-existent. He doesn't belong to be on the list. There we go. This is perfect. Now it's cool. Now it's a cool list. Now we can all agree it's a cool list, alright? So let's go to Generation 7. Generation 6, you know, Froakie on first, second Chespin, and third, I even forgot what the third place was. So, let's go to Generation 7. Rowlett, Litten, and Poplio. And just like with Generation 3, I don't have to change anything. This is how my ranking is for Generation 7. I love Rowlett. Dartrix was kinda meh, but the Decidueye made up for it. I really like the Decidueye. I began to, like, in the beginning, I wasn't that big of a fan of Litten and the whole line of Litten, but I really began to appreciate Litten's line more, and especially in Incineroar. Competitive-wise, Litten is #1. Competitive-wise, the whole line of Litten is definitely on first place. Incineroar is an amazing mount to use in competitive. You know, Intimidate, Fire Dark type, very amazingly. But, you know, I just like... if you know me, you know I love birds. You know, I have my own bird sitting right there, and we need a Cockatiel Pokemon in Generation 8, Generation 9, no, Generation 8. And I just like Rowlett. I like his cute face. I wish Rowlett was real so I can just hug it in real life. And the Decidueye is also not that bad competitive wise. The whole Generation 7 starters are not that bad competitive wise, if only they were just fast enough, you know. But Rowlett is definitely on first place, you know, Hit being an owl, Hit being a bird, Hit being so fluffy and cool. Litten definitely on the second place. And I don't dislike Popplio. I think Primarina is also an amazing mount to use competitive-wise. But you know, Primarina being a little bit too feminine for my preferences, and you know, yeah, that's the whole basic reason for it. I don't dislike Primarina and the whole popular line, absolutely not. This is actually very close for Hit being 1, 2, and 3, but Rowlett definitely is, you know, the first place. Second place, Litten. I love Incineroar. I began to, you know, watch wrestling at the end of last year because I don't know. I decided to start wrestling because I saw Asuka one day, and I was like, hey, let's try to watch wrestling one day, and I absolutely loved it, and maybe that's why I began to appreciate Incineroar a little bit more because of that. And Popplio is there on the third place, but definitely, you know, not a bad mon, at all. So now we're going to be a little bit cautious, because now we're going to get in Generation 8. So Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. Now I can't judge these starters based on their final evolutions because we don't know what their evolutions are. So what I'm going to about to say right now can definitely change once we see the starters of these 3 Pokemon. Now let me actually say right away from the start, all 3 of these starters look amazing. Grookey, Scorbunny, Sobble, they all look amazing. I think if I look at the list of all the starters that we have, I think when it comes to starter wise, you know, they all have unique cool design. A lot of people, you know, blame Scorbunny for Hit looking too much like Chespin meets Chimchar meets, you know, whatever. I think Scorbunny is a pretty cool design, but for me it's the least favorite design so far. So Scorbunny is going to be on the third place. I'm gonna put Sobble on second place, and there we go. So this for me is how it currently stands. I love Grookey. Grookey is such a cutie pie. I actually want a stuffed animal from a Grookey right now because it looks like so much. From the moment I saw him hitting the stick on the rock and then saw his cute face on the rooftop in the Pokemon Sword and Shield trailer, I was immediately in love. You know, I like Sobble as well. Sobble is also very cute, but Grookey is just... I'm a Grookey. I'm Grookey gang. I'm definitely 100% Grookey gang. Grookey is amazing, and I hope it's going to, you know, I hope they're not going the same route as they did with Chimchar, and Hit being a flexible, you know, maybe a ninja, samurai sort of, you know, fighting type. I hope Grookey evolves into like a big behemoth of a gorilla, like a big, muscular, you know, beast. And give it a dark type, make it grass dark. We had a water dark type in Generation 6. We had a fire dark type in Generation 7. It's time that we get a grass dark type in Generation 8. And if they can make Grookey in like one big gorilla, like 2 to 3 meters high of a big muscular grass dark type, I think Grookey could potentially be my favorite starter of all time, looking at this list. Sobble, I hope they're going for like a dragon lizard kind of way, maybe make it like... I like the idea of a water psychic, water ghost type. And Scorbunny, at the moment, a lot of people think it's going to be fire fighting, just because of its design wise. I hope it's going to be fire electric. That would be very, very unique to see. And I just hope they're not going to fuck up any of these starters. But I already know one of these starters is going to be so lame, and I just hope it's going to be not the same as Generation 6 by the starter we shall not name. I think, looking at the list so far, do I want to change something? I don't think so. I think this is the accurate list of the starters per ranking, per generation for my taste. So if I count really quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 8 generations are all grass type starters on number 1. And fire type starters are not doing well. We have 1, 2, 3 and the one who shall not be named. But I think this is an actual representative of me, what I like in these starters. So yeah, I think that is all. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree with some of my choices, if you disagree with some of my choices. I'm always up there to discuss about some stuff. Again, this is all purely based on my opinion. We all have different opinions, so if you have a different opinion, you know, that differs from mine, let me know in the comment section below. Again, Aaron2420's a link to his video, and HoodlumCallum, the one that started this all, will be in the description below. And now I have to tag a few people as well to keep this going, even though it's like a month ago since this started and I'm a little bit late at the party. But I'm going to, you know, for the sake of it, I'm going to tag 2 people. First off, CmMeaX. CmMeaX deserves to be in the list. We made a funny top 5 top right Pokemon back in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which was very funny to do. So I want to see his view on the starters. I know I can already assure you which one is going to be his favorite, but if you want to find out which one, go check him out. And I think for the last person I'm going to tag 2 people, by the way, because I could not think of a third one to tag. If it was up for me, I would tag Aaron as well, but Aaron tagged me, so you know, we can't do that. But I'm going to tag AutoMatthic as well. AutoMatthic is a fellow Dutch PokeTuber. He started a site for draft leagues called draft-league.nl, and he has also recorded a few of my replays from the PMC or the BBL as well, so it only seems fair to tag him as well. So CmMeaX and AutoMatthic will be tagged in this. I will put a link to both of these people's channel in the description below, and I will probably tag them on Twitter as well, so that they know that they are tagged. But I think I'm going to start rambling, because otherwise this video will get too long, and I've already have to cut a little bit off because I fucked up the template a little bit. I'm going to try to work hard more with GIMP, because I want to, you know, improve a little bit of my thumbnails and a little bit of my, you know, I just want to, you know, improve myself a little bit more in terms of graphics wise. But that is all for a different video or a different subject. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share this video with others, slash subscribe button down below, and hit that bell icon, because then you get notified every time I upload a new video, and I sincerely appreciate it. And I will see you next time on this channel.